specifically to try to catch out the top side of each other's map. So we'll see how they do it. We'll see which one gets the push, and I expect both junglers to focus down there. Top lane will be favored to the Jax later on, but it's day one, it's week one, it's the LEC, and
because G2 are essentially dictating the pace of the game. Xerxes moving back up to the top side, but there's not really a lot there for him. In the meantime, Yike now coming down. Targamas and Patrick still stepping forward. Smoke screen goes. Instant flash out from Patrick. Good damage, good fall. Flash forward. Auto. Is it enough? I don't think so. Red buff ticking. Not going to finish the job. Up and available, but not going to overcommit on the trade.
G2 just constantly invading bot side. Yike and Mickey teaming up. VTO and Xerxes around. Caps is matching. Needs to be careful here.
Good bit of poke. VTO has the setup. Scatter the weak, not going to come out quite yet. Xerxes just trying to retreat here. Targamas in the area. Jhin getting the root, but doesn't really match the damage of the Heimerdinger quite yet, so not doing the whole ton, but that could just be enough. Yike! Cut down, first blood, and it's clean. XL quick on the rotation there, and you can see just overcoming the song. I'm just saying, that's inconsistent. Anyway.
We're back in business. Okay, so taking stock. Yike just died, he's coming out of base. Kill
Mickey,
went over.
Big stun. Good bit of poke.
No
Patrick,
flash.
No flash. Cleanse coming out here. Flash forward. Manzama! Instantly gonna grab the kill. Targamas now trying to fire back, but instantly slowed down. Lockup is there. Targamas.
That's the ignite, but he's not in range to drop the ignite. So Summoner's blown there. Patrick really did want to touch on quickly is just how G2 did work last year. It wasn't ever really about bot lane. It was about bot lane playing.
Arrow from downtown to connect the fall, the stun, the grenade. It's a perfect combo. And down goes VTO.
He can't move. Leave him alone. VTO no counterplay. Doesn't have cleanse. Chain CC just has to sit there watching his screen. Mickey though has flash shorts.
So just get taken out here. Xerxes now following up, waiting, holding onto the ult as long as possible. They don't want to overcommit. I think taking a lot more damage than they expected from Mickey there on that rotation. Broken Blade on the way down, level 8. Otawamne behind him.
Okay, it's a 3v4. Looks like they don't want to opt into it. VTO's not there. I'm surprised Xerxes didn't go for the all-in there on Mickey, get the knock-up into some kind of Jhin route, but nevertheless, they don't even get Mickey's flash from that. G2 bowling here, gets the strike. Oof, nowhere. I mean, VTO has about a second there to flash, react to it. There's the analyst desk. Looking intently at that kill.
They were going to tell us what they thought of that arrow, but all they had to say was nice. So we didn't open their mics.
Ooh, Odo got broken Blade's flash. Hang on a second, Odo.
Oh, here, Otawamne, can he just take him down? Gonna try to get one more. No! Oh, his ankles! Oh, God, check his ankles. Are they broken?
Oh, that was so unlucky. Another
arrow. Look at the ball. He's been rooted right in front of his face. Targamas getting cut down, ignited. Just there's the 1v1. But Patrick now firing back. Hanzoman did so much damage. Flashed out from Patrick. It's a bloodbath across the map.
Mickey got rooted up there by the Varus ult.
Dominant early game from the side of G2. Lots of little individual outplays, as well as some good map movement. Especially from a rookie jungler, Yike. Gonna have to hold that thought. Target is now locked up. Instant flash over. There's no fear, there's no hesitation. Yike going for the kill on Targamas.
Oh, Caps has 90 HP. VTO, I think he tried to get the kill onto Caps, landed the stun. Caps flashed away. He just about lived. Everyone's living on 1 HP here.
Yike used his smite. Yike used his smite. No!
Yoink. Xerxes gets it. Takes it away. Nicely highlighted there, Dracos. He used the smite. Was it on Targamas, I think, to get the kill? Yeah. And yeah, Caps almost sending numbers to every single play. So XL can't cross-map. Mickey's just stopping the enemy jungler from making his own play top. He's just throwing spells at him.
Obnoxious. And this is uncanny in terms of how much it reminds me of early G2 2019. They're sacking bot lane and they're completely overloading a different side lane. Here we go. No.
Well,
we were focused on the arrow. They can't set up flanking TP wards for the Cassante. Xerxes with no flash means he's going to have such a hard time finding an off angle. If you get Otawamne or Xerxes on a flank,
punished so easily. If you land a Varus ult or a Syndra stun, they are dead.
Back and forth top side. Broken Blade. More natural sustain, but has to be careful about these all-ins here from Cassante. That's all out from Otawamne. Now committing against the reset on the W. Now Broken Blade leaping in for the stun, but he can't commit for anything else. Broken Blade still standing for now. Big damage. Yike coming in, says not today on that 1v1.
That was a gentleman's 1v1. A lot of outplays from both sides. Broken Blade flashing the Q3, going back in. Odo flashing the stun, then dashing back in. It was on a knife's edge, but Yike just comes in and says, nope, my kill. And Mickey fighting the enemy mid-jungle. Has no flash yet.
The stun gonna go down, but it's not gonna matter. The Wukong just keeps spinning.
And for the first time, Mickey gets punished. Walking into the enemy jungle, XL pick up that kill. I'd love the soul for either side. It's just top side vision contest. Targamas on the way up here. If Broken Blade stays, he could get dove. Here's the TP from Caps.
Big stun gonna lock down VTO for now. Targamas in the area, but Caps just gonna walk in here, throw down his ultimate, try to burn down VTO before he can even get the ulti off there. He's gonna throw it out, but Caps still standing. Roa keeping him so healthy. He's just so tanky, getting out to safety with the flash. Odoamne now coming over the wall. Odoamne looking for a way out of this one. He goes all out. He pulls him back in. The stun now going down. Odoamne's managed to find one. He has a lot of vamp here, but it will not be enough to live. G2 taking the exchange.
3 for 1. Are they going to go for Baron as well? I think they are. They have the ults from Heimerdinger if they want to place the tower down. Not much XL's bot lane can do here to contest. They have flashes if they want to try something, get some poke down onto them. Very risky though, because the Heimer ult is still up, I believe. There's
1,
the
2,
grenade.
3. The stun now going to connect onto Patrick. That's going to be big. They're getting slow, losing a lot of health, just trying to approach the pit. There is nothing here for them short of a miracle steal. They will not find it. Yikes, securing his first Baron in the LEC.
And that comes off the back of XL being
XL composition has just been mitigated by how well G2 have been picking their fights and finding individual weak points. You know, when we look back at that last exchange, it's just so hard if BTO is not able to use his entire
just standing still, realizing, emoting that he made a small mistake there. Shouldn't be too long with this back up, but Yike has a lot of damage. 3 levels
14.
up. 3 levels up on Xerxes right now. The Baron helps a lot, but it's just an ARAM for this mid tower. Caps get a lot of damage here though.
BTO now locked up. Hansama trying to finish the kill. BTO flashing out to safety. It's chasing him down. Will it get the job done? Just out of range. Hansama taking down Patrick in the meantime, however. Tower getting cut through. Mickey up to the side, just trying to stop the back. That's a bouncy grenade. 1, 2, and 3 will only catch Targamas.
Yeah, just stopping BTO's base. He doesn't have TP. They're looking for mid tower now. The adventures of Mickey continue towards bot.
Blake can just walk forward, fish for the stun. Third Q is available. Unstoppable now, trying to push him back out to safety. The lockdown is going to be there. Pulls him back away. Nice dodge. Now going to try to finish off Mickey. Now leaving the way back to the rest of his team. Broken Blade trying to finish it. He's just getting embarrassed. Oh, a bit of revenge, but no! Not today! Broken Blade still finding the kill.
Does eventually pick up Odoamne, but it's
G2 just taking total control of the jungle while Broken Blade breaks down the mid tier 2. G2 so incredibly far ahead. Difficult for Excel to match at all. If anyone steps up to the wave, very likely they will be stunned up and taken out.
G2 just putting so much pressure on the map. They're 4v4, 4v5, but maybe Excel can respond now.
Coming in, this could be a huge opportunity. Caps goes golden, finds a brief moment, but the rest of the team is now here. Odoamne in the area. Odoamne needs to go massive if they want to win this. Patrick's still standing, but Yank flashes in and takes him out. Odoamne on the backside trying to finish off Mickey desperately. One more Q, he's going to get it. Odoamne holding on to hope for Excel. Targamas and BTO off to the backside, need to quit away from Broken Blade. He's so incredibly strong. Excel finding a brief glimmer of hope, but Broken Blade looking to take it away. That's the stun, that's the follow-up from Yike. Broken Blade how long in the leap strike, that's it! Broken Blade chasing for a little bit more. A sad B from Targamas. That might have been the last punch left for Excel as Broken Blade and Yike push into the bottom lane.
It was close until Yike and Broken Blade just stood tall and fought back. The only damage left was VTO. Odoamne can't really answer this. They're going to get this bot inhibitor. Caps has TP in 15 seconds. Patrick's up in 10, but I think they can just walk out afterwards. See if Excel want to take the fight. Top support versus top and jungle. Jin W lands. Here comes Xerxes. Broken Blade, no flash. Can't jump towards Yike though.
Ooh, on the smoke screen. Just stopping any potential follow-up there. Well played by G2.
And really make this work. Now for Excel, we're in miracle territory, folks. If they bring this back, should be impossible. But every time we say that, it seems like teams find a way.
So Baron picked up. Here comes the siege again from G2. Last time we saw them with this buff, they went a little bit too deep on the bot dive and gave up a little bit of their
This is the thing that's so difficult about falling behind like this in League of Legends. You're not only behind in items, when you don't have these actives like a stopwatch, like a Zanya's, team fighting feels impossible.
The Varusol Jews just to chunk out Yike, but look at his health bar. I don't think he minds too much, so that's Caps stepping forwards.
Okay, that's a little bit brutal. Odoamne now going to try to punish onto Caps. He can go golden, he can use the stopwatch, and he's holding on to it for now as the tower falls.
He can TV back.
Odoamne holding on, trying to hold the line, but they're just tickling them. Broken Blade barely taking any damage. They're going to finish off Odoamne, and that should just be it. Here comes a full health Caps. TPing into the mid lane, looking to keep the momentum going. The early game, a bit back and forth. For the level 1 and total control for the G2 bottom lane. It's been snowballed throughout the entire game. Finally, they will kill Mickey. But it looks like they're going to get very little else. Broken Blade leaping in, going to deny at least one ultimate. He wants a few more kills. He's popping off. He should still die here. Stun going to go in. No, how did he do it?
The Nexus Towers are playing against XL. It's a 6v5.
They went from close game to montage power hour here for the side of G2, but the new roster looking strong, looking fresh, looking clean, a confident first game from G2.
It was a 4-level lead for Yike in the end, a 7,000 gold lead for him as an individual. It was an absolute whitewash, and despite the kill score being close, the pressure was not. G2 very happy with Yike in his debut.
Have to be. Couple small issues here and there, but overall, a lot of the strengths we've seen from previous G2 rosters showing up here. Confidence in that 2v2.
Invested a lot in picks and bans in securing this bottom lane, so it really needs to pay off. They really need to find a way to make it work. And on the opposite side, top side, Dagda
coming in on the Renekton. This is a champion that he played very well even when he was playing in the LEC.
Wants to keep the wave near his tower so he can't get all in. Adam, of course, the lower HP gets, the happier he is. But okay, you can level 2 gank on Sejuani.
Oh, hold that thought. We're going to talk about Adam's Olaf.
Dead Olaf. Marang proved me wrong. Shigenda's only job is to not die.
Does Adam know that he has to all in here? He's ghosting. It seems to have sniffed it out. Q already now used. The W can slow him down, but he's ghosting. Are they actually going to be able to chase him down? The phase rush from Malrang. One more on him, but he does have E. He doesn't even take W. He's a psycho.
I take it back. I take it back.
Now on the top side of the map, Shio. In the area. Emote thrown down. The challenge.
Here comes the Q.
Protected, notorious 2v2 monster, but it doesn't look like he's going to get a chance to escape. Just barely able to pop the ultimate, healing up just a little bit more. Flash now going down, but that should be the kill. Adam taking down Zagenda.
Good setup there from BDS. Shio holding the Q, like I just mentioned, and Malrang still hovering on this top side. He knows that entering the bot side of the map, there's nothing to be done, and Adam with no ghost and
Ocean Drake
40.
Not to get too political here, but when the objective vote pops up here for Koi, are you voting yes or no?
I think Larson might drop an FF vote in a second. He's in trouble.
I don't know if he's FFing quite yet, but he's definitely taking a lot of shots here. Realm Orb coming out. Just gets pushed back.
1 out of 5 on the green, I can tell you that for a fact.
Right there.
Larson face checking into the bush of Shio. Does Koi try to fight this anyway? They're posturing for a 3v4. Malrang doesn't really have anything else to do. He's already showed, so they may as well fish for something. Arrow's not up though. Could just look for a steal.
On the smite.
Malrang just walks in.
Walk in, taking a lot of damage. Ults just goes completely wide. Cheo able to secure the objective, but Comp and Trimmy now trying to follow up. Lavrov has been caught out though. At least trade 1 for 1 of the kills. And meanwhile on the top side, we got a 1v1. Shigenda coming out on top quite easily, but Adam now fully committing for the exchange. Ulti traded. CC immune Olaf, but he just flashes out to safety. Summoner spell.
He's on bot Tribush. See if he rejoins his team or wants to realm up across. Flanking on Rise. Yeah, I mean, he can look for it, but if they all turn up, he will die. Adam's also already split. This is awkward. You've got one member on either side, which are completely split off from the rest of the team.
Time to see how well they can execute the team fight here. Larson off to the side. Rise on the side is going to be big. Damage is huge, but instantly going to get taken down. Unstoppable, but not unkillable. Instant dragon take from the side of Koi. Complete confidence on the engage there.
So much damage. BDS is compromised on singling out one target and just bursting them down, but I think they were a bit surprised that the Rise is flanking them. Nuke got instantly rooted and rather quick.
I mean, your Renekton has Blade of the Rune King. They should be able to shred through this so incredibly quickly. 3 primary damage sources. The stacks now coming in fast for Malrang. Rav and Crowny waiting over the wall.
That's gone. Unless some miracle steal happens.
Lower. Can the steal come through? Will they be able to take it away? That's going to be the objective. Malrang might just fall for it, but the entire team leaping forward to body block. He's still taking, he's still burning. And he almost dies to the Tiamat. That could have been massive. Adam now chasing in. CC immune, but has to run back to safety. And the shutdown goes through!
I think he wasn't even aiming at Malrang. I think he was aiming at Comp, but then he E'd, and then it just didn't take the bullet, and then it hit Malrang instead.
And we'll have to look at the replay, because I didn't see if the W...
Oh, they're a bit late on the mid wave. You can see Comp trying to E forwards to get the buff onto the creeps. Crowny was the only one to clear the wave, but they'll get it, so...
This Hydra really paying off here in terms of just raw wave clear, making it that much easier.
Ooh, big stun.
There's a big stun. The follow-up now. Fine, now going in there looking to find one more. Take Larson now taking down. This is a massive fight. This could just be everything for BDS. There are no objectives on the map, but if they can keep this momentum going, maybe, just maybe, they can break open mid.
Massive rush. Maybe they saw the Vi and the Heimerdinger. I'm not sure. They're 4-man collapsing on 3. Crowny's a bit far away. Oh no.
The gig is up, boys.
Run!
It's every man for himself. Shio waiting, debating. TP now coming in. They're already committing. Nook on the backside. Still has to be the one to deal so much damage. Lockdown on the rise is big. Larson still standing strong, though. Now on the backside, it's Crowny firing shots. Everybody's still standing now. 5 members strong. So many Heimerdinger turrets set up and ready to go. They're trying to burn down. It's going to be big. Ezreal now the turn coming out. Adam forced to walk away. Crowny does not have any mana. He cannot follow this one up.
No mana.
Dash forward. Gale Force, 4-shot. Will not connect. Snare does flash in. He gets it.
Clean.
A little bit of style to finish that one off.
It's a 1-for-1. It's so hard. So Comp will pick that one up with the rest of Koi as they look for that tower to make sure the Dragons are even across the board.
Infernal going to feel very good when you have so many carry threats on this team.
Actually as well. So BDS, this is the Baron start. Here comes the turn. Crowny, a bit split from the rest of the team though.
Alright, stepping forward. 6k getting lower. When is the call going to be to turn and fight? Are they just going to try to bet everything on this? They just want to flip it. Now trying to burn it down, but Shio's out of the pit. Shio needs to go back in to try to smite this. Shio charging the Q, has to go back in, but they just give it. It's just a big leash, but now Adam, they're the meat grinder of the Olaf. Can he get anything done? Not today. Koi saying, thanks for the leash. Thanks for the fight.
What was that by BDS? They just tried to force the Baron, but there was only 3 people in the pit. Silver platter, a Baron and Soul Point.
such a difficult situation. Obviously felt confident to start that up, but they'll look back at that and evaluate. Erupted.
What just happened? Larsen Realm mobbed Shigenda out, then they canceled the TP onto Adam, who's TPing in front of Malrang. It's 2v3 on top side.
Rob fishing. That's the ulti down for the Heimerdinger. Malrang can just body block these shots. And again, BDS at this point are just fishing for anything, just trying to find some kind of advantage. The root has taken hold. Adam backing off. Crowny, Gale forcing in, desperate to get anything done. Malrang ticking away. Arrow's going to connect. Adam forced to ult and run back to safety. Larsen on the flank once more. You're now going to be in trouble forcing the flash out as well. BDS are losing so many tiny advantages, and here comes Renekton. 1-4, now going to go in with the Prowlers as well, and just instantly takes them down. Trimby following up, and there it is. The final fight for BDS, not the one that they wanted, but the one that they will get as Koi move in to break down the Nexus. Taking their time in the fountain, adding insult to injury, and Shio just doing what he can. But Larsen's a tanky boy, and he's a fast boy as well with this phase rush. They're not ending the game. It's like ARAM.
Damage farming.
They say we go again. Stats. There it is. We'll go.
There it is. Win for Koi. Even Comp had a guard. He had a Zhonya's towards the end there. So even if they managed to get on top of him, he had a Zhonya's. There was no real way BDS could get on top of Comp. He was playing the range so fantastically, and that's the consistency you get out of one of the best AD carries Europe has to offer. A little bit of a rocky road, especially in that mid to late game, but Koi coming out on top. They got the Baron, kept a couple of hiccups around the Baron, but then this BDS play just to give them a Baron, just kind of saying, we're going to start it.
In terms of the compositions,
I just like what Heretics have brought to the board. I think overall team fight is good. You got good push on boss, and you got great control over mid lane as well, as Ruby should have control. Hovering down towards River, which means that Jankos has to get out of there.
man, huge advantage here then for 113. Got that buff. Vault Breakers forward. Rather, Jankos is trying to do so. We'll be able to pick up the Scuttle. Continues to run down to 200, 120. Finn's waiting and an easy first blood against a former first blood king. Instead, he's going to be clearing out the crowd.
I think he still is. If you look at where Evie is kind of frozen this wave, he's got it right in front of his turret. Astralis are doing Dragon on vision, so there goes Jankos. He knows exactly where everyone is.
Okay, no flash for a few more seconds.
So definitely he has had that massive control over LJL, but now we'll see if he can try and have massive control over this mid lane. Weird time to TP though.
Looks like he's going bottom lane, so he's catching the wave against Cobby. The Herald's still not yet secured. The fight's been started by Astralis, and Jankos has already thrown out that cease and desist. The Petrified Gaze locks up so many Astralis members, but it's Dayor that gets the kill onto Jankos, turning their attention to the Snake, and Ruby's dropped. Mercer takes a Q to the face. Astralis get 2 more kills, but they do not get the Herald.
Kill with Dragon up, they would love to be able to get that quick pick and turn it into objective, but now it could be a big team fight that's about to kick off. It's 1-1-3, too far forward.
Ash Arrow, Petrifying Gaze is going to be thrown out. Younghood's holding on to it, throws out the volley, defensive flashes away. Dayor goes forward, the Root Prison's out, Ebby's in from behind, long range from Dayor, and he's taken down.
Dayor, I didn't know where he was in that play. Ends up Dayor is the one that ends up paying for the cost of this fight.
I mean, that all-out was awesome. Yeah. Every knocking him complete to safety. We're right out of the replay. Ash Arrow connect, and Finn dunks it down. What is up with EU Ash?
I was about to say, had someone out John time where they're not under pressure to actually go for these big team fights when they're 2k goal behind.
Let's talk about those team fights. Do you think the 2,000 gold buffer that Astralis have, they can use that pick power? I mean, the Ash Arrow into Fiora, Viego, or Realm Warp from Rise, that is a way they can find a pick and then play for the objective, but what it requires is good vision, good planning. You need to ensure that you can actually make that move. Good damage coming back and forth between Ebby and Finn. The Grand Challenge is popped and Ebby just destroys him.
That is that bog standard combo for K'Sante. Knock him underneath the tower, go with the all-out, and even though it was a nice riposte coming through from Finn to stop him going further, there might be more.
There is indeed cease and desist. Younghood, you go back to the fountain.
And I mean, this is just Heretics
losing a bit of control of the Rift.
Yeah, they weren't able to go for that play because Ebby at reset had the TP to try and join that Rift Tower if needs be. You find that big win that you can trade for towers on both sides, but Jankos doesn't want to trade his life.
No, 5 seconds for his flash. We'll be able to use that Q to get away to safety. Continue to step forward. Now the next target, Shaq Spectre's blown up. Absolutely dominated. 2 flashes thrown out from Astralis, and they've got themselves a position where they can heavily influence the game. The Herald has been dropped down mid. Dagda, let's turn our attention to Dragon. Up in 40 seconds. You have to feel that's going to be a focus once this tower falls, as Cobby's the one's being chunked down.
Oh, here we go.
Twin Fang off the Twin Fang. Miasma is out. He's grounded. He's locked down. He's ceased and desist. And it's Ruby that gets the kill credit. That was just really a mistake. You cannot afford this close to Dragon spawning.
Great timing from Heretics as well, though. Look at where that top wave was. Hadn't been pushed in the full wave.
Comes there. Ebby was under some threat. But instead, the Dragon's now spawned up. And you mentioned it, that wave state, the play from Heretics, it unlocks at least a start here onto the Dragon. Zebi goes forward, chunked out by Finn. Mercy's coming in from the side. Ruby's Petrifying Gaze is on cooldown, but the Twin Fangs are not. Chase forward here from Mercer as well. Finn's riposte doing so much work, but he can't get away from the poison. 113 is now backed up by Dayor, and Kobe's coming from the red buff. Dragon was secured by Heretics, so they get the kill, they get the Dragon, and for now, they're getting out clean.
And this has been a very strong early game from Astralis, but now we get into the part of the game where they even struggled in summer, right? It's this mid game that has really started to fall apart, and now Heretics want to punish an overextension.
Dun 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 dun. Locked into place, a lot of CC. Mercer wants to pin him down. The Crystal Arrow stopped Evie. The Heartbreaker will come out. So for one, 113 goes for another. Heartbreaker turns around. Ruby's the next target, but Yankos is doing work on the backside. Kobe steps forward, uses that Blade Gate hook. Blade Caller tricks the blades out. Waiting for the E, holding on to it. Teleport chasing down, as Kobe's not going to be able to find Yankos. A bloodbath in the bottom lane.
I mean, they managed to get these kills back, which could be so crucial for them, but looking at the mid, you can see Jack Spectra had shoved in that mid wave, which is why Astralis were able to outnumber Heretics on this bot side. Terror will fall. Yeah, I mean, well, already trying to see if they can find a pick as Astralis enter, but as long as they play in towards the lack of vision that's there for Astralis, they should be totally fine.
Oh, Yankos goes over the wall. Cease and desist onto Younghun. His flash has been thrown out, and Finn will be late to this party. It's Ruby that gets the kill. I talked about Kobe, you talked about Ruby. He's the man that evens up the score for her. Forward as there is a little bit of exchange there in the red buff of Heretics. Finn continues to look for those vitals. Ebby steps forward, finding opportunities for that Pathmaker and footwork. Riposte comes out. The trades continue to go back and forth, all out thrown. Teleport now being channeled in the bottom lane as the cease and assist in the middle. River, that's a grounded, that's a rooted, that's Ruby as well as Yankos getting yet another respective kill. Dayo running for his life in Kobe. You've got no front line. You've got no one to protect you. Not going to be able to step on the miasma. The Blade Callers come back out. You don't manage to get one, but all of a sudden they're running for their lives. Ruby continues to chase forward. Another huge E before he's taken down. It's Jack Spectra with a piercing arrow. That finds the kill. The 1v1 went the way of Finn, and now Dayo's running for his life. Not going to take it out just yet. Realm warps to safety.
And now you got the follow-up as Finn is here, grounded, and not going to make it out. Just about able to escape over the wall. How are these solo laners for Astralis getting out of here? But means he's able to follow up. Great Sonya's, really good Cassiopeia play from Ruby here.
Production team telling me that Dayo, I think, went down to 95 hit points. Not enough time to unpack that as Finn is in the fray. He's taken out by Evie once more. The 13th kill. We're 2 minutes till the next Dragon, and we're seeing Kobe finding opportunities. I think that Flash E to find a kill in Yankos was fantastic. Looking for those opportunities. The problem you're seeing is he doesn't have enough time because Heretics have themselves a Ruby. Heretics have started the Baron.
Yeah, and I mean, look, the shot. Ooh, hang on, Evie.
Oh, what's 113 doing? Looking for Evie, finds him. Heartbreaker was used, steals away Cassante, and all of a sudden the Baron is peeled. So that
turn over towards the Baron themselves. They know Evie isn't up for another 15 seconds.
Do they finish it? Do they finish it? Teleport is available for Evie. Finn, no TP yet. He's making his way just behind the Wolf Camp. Yankos looking into the pit, and it's not Astralis. They've secured it. Yankos goes forward, but there's no support just yet. Finally, Ruby as well as Jack Spectra put the damage down to take him out. Finn, running distraction, but all of a sudden Evie's alive. Can the teleport change and save the day? There he comes. Evie steps forward. The damage is so huge from Heretics. Jack Spectra gets himself a double kill as Kobe finds one in reply. 3 members of Astralis down. They got Baron, but they've only got 1 kill for themselves.
Again, Heretics, though, are playing so well around the way this Cassiopeia wants to set up. They're constantly moving into these small corridors, making sure they've got the miasma set up. The shorter range composition from Astralis can't get in on top of them, and that's why they're able to turn these fights. And as you say, 30 seconds until Dragon. Astralis are still on the run.
Oh, Ebby's gonna look to catch out Finn, looking to go all out and pull him backwards. Another kill secured. 20 seconds until the Dragon's Heretics are doing, and you see that some of the miscommunication, like the timing for Evie's teleports at that first Rift Herald, like movement around the map. But then you contrast it to that previous Baron fight, and it felt like the entire team was just on the same page. They chased together, they stuck together, and then we'll be able to find a disappointing situation as Ebby gets taken out. I think not expecting that many members of Astralis.
It's absolute chaos, and then looking to find these picks. This composition does that so well.
Oh, Heartbreaker, not going to find target just yet. There's some steps forward. Finn has jumped into the fray. The grand challenge was issued, but Astralis are now running for their lives. Kobe is so low. Ebby's on the back, looking for the all-out. Can't find the target. He's jumped on by Finn. It's a fight on two fronts. Ebby goes down, and no one else falls from Astralis. They find themselves a pick, and they are now pushing. Look at the waves as well.
I mean, they forward, and Ebby ends up sending himself into no man's land, where the rest of Astralis can collapse on.
And I think you can really clearly see with these two teams playing right now that we are at the beginning of the winter split. Ruby's going to try find himself at least one kill onto Kobe. The Twin Fangs going out, but the stopwatch buys so much time and reply. Kobe's going to get taken down. Ruby will get traded in a 1v2. He finds the kill.
I thought that cleanse from Kobe was going to be clutch. Jumps away from the Q means you're not getting the
spells on both sides of the rift. Astralis are down the vast majority of their sums. Heretics, on the other hand, have nearly everything. Correction, they do have everything available. It's a minute to go for Elder. Baron is alive. Dayor will go golden 4 now, and Kobe's firing out the double daggers. Ebby goes out once again, and Dayor's caught. He's trapped and he's dunked.
I mean, at this stage, I don't know what Astralis can really do. It looks like they're going to try and find the fight, but honestly, I think at this stage, you just cut your losses. Immediately run bot side, see if you can get a tower, see if you can push in mid-wave, because there is just no hope for you to try and fight this. 113 debut game here. He's not even going to get into a position to look for a steal.
No, not this time around. Baron secured by Heretics. It is only...
And Dayor is just completely stuck here. He has nowhere to go, and Heretics captured.
I mean, you see that. In terms of initiation tools, what options did Astralis have? Right now, they are being jumped on once again. They're slow to the fray. Dayor golden in and amongst 5 Heretics. Ebby is locked up and rooted down, but stays alive. That is destroyed from Ruby. Cassante and Ebby get themselves another, and that was just disgusting. The Elder has now been started as Ebby continues to chase forward, looking for Finn, backed up by Mercer as well as Yankos. The riposte buys some time, but it's too little, it's too late. With Baron empowered minions, they're pushing into the base.
I mean, Ruby's played Challengers Korea, LPL, PCS, EU Masters, and he puts his mark on the LEC with that play. That was nasty, and manages to pick up the win for Heretics office.
10, 3, and 9 on the Cassiopeia into the rise. Heretics managed to pick up the win in their debut game of the 2023 Winter Split. It's Ebby, Jack, Spectra, and Mercer taking down the Nexus as Heretics take down Astralis.
It wasn't the cleanest, but it gets the win in the end, and honestly, that was a hero performance coming out from the carries on Heretics. Ruby, we highlighted him throughout this. He needed to step up, and you see it right at the end there. That was fantastic.
I think the gameplay played out somewhat expected for two teams that are looking to make a name for themselves, right? You can see some moments that were good. I think individual players at times were good, but I can really clearly see some of the decision-making, some of the positioning.
He starts to go into the game, but you've also got a lot of backline threat as well. So you've got 2 divers with Marcoon, Certus, irrelevant if he goes all out as well. And then Exakick and DOS are very good at taking care of themselves. So you have a ton of backline threat on SK.
It is now down to just about half hit points. There's 3 Mad Lions make their way. Certus can come in from behind. DOS has hit level 6. The final chapter is being read. The fish has been rooted, but the first blood has been secured by Alyoya onto Marku. Immediately traded back as Hesse's turned into Sushi, and Alyoya runs for his life. 1 for 1, but the kill goes to Cass. 3 items already completed. Alyoya is going to drop that Rift Herald in the mid lane. That will answer the question you were posing just a few moments ago. This should be enough to take the tower down as well, and that's actually huge into a Kassadin, and also, as you mentioned, speed the game up, unlock the Victor, and make sure that Certus doesn't have a safe lane to forward. Vision going to give the information to Mad, who will continue to extend that gold lead. And I tell you something, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to send Toffo strikes during a team fight. It just doesn't flow.
TP was burnt, but Dragon is up anyway, so they're going to just control that. I think you just give this as SK, get those side lane towers down instead.
A lot of damage onto Marcoon. Zoomies going to be needed to try bring him back up. Final chapter is available for DOS. Irrelevant is split from the rest of the squad, so he's going to be trying to push that wave in. Chasey standing toe-to-toe. The dragon's being burnt down, and Certus will arrive in a moment. SK got the first dragon. The second is now likely to go the way of Mad Lions. Irrelevant uses the all-out. Dragon is secured by Mad Lions. The final chapter on top of the gravity field, and Certus is being burnt down by the Culling. He rift walks away to safety. Flash has been burned. Certus stays alive until the laser takes him out from Niski. So far, it's a 1-for-1, but the dragon goes the way of Mad.
They're on the wrong side of the map.
On the wrong side of the rift. Exakic's doing what he can with that burst fire. Flashes over the wall. DOS will use that dash back in the zoomies. Continues to burn away. Exakic gets out from the laser. Kazi flashes forward. One more shot does it. And now DOS will manage to escape with Marcoon.
And this is where we're seeing mistakes in SK map on champions like the Talias and everything in between that could actually get out and start to move. But with the Victor, not exactly a roam heavy champion, but now starting to show his chops when it comes to just raw damage in that control mage position.
Oh, someone wants to fight. Someone wants to fight. Marcoon's going all the way forward. The teleport's coming in, but it may be too little. It may be too late. Irrelevant needs to run for his life as Certus is being burned down by Niski. Chased backwards. That's at least one for Exakic. And Chasey can't close the gap just yet. Pushing that wave forward. We still have a 4v4, but it's SK that are low.
I was convinced we just cursed Niski, but a great sidestep means that he stays alive. And once more, Mad Lions starting to push in. It is a 1-for-1 trade. It's Karzy!
Look at that! The Gale Force as well as the rapid fire cannon. Certus is low. He's got the cat in his back. Exakic chunked and taken down.
There's no place like home.
There's no place like home. Certus is next. You can't go anywhere. Caught between a rock, a home place, and a Pride Alliance. Mad Lions dominate SK.
And for Mad Lions, having a performance like this means so much for the fans and for the analysts that are looking at this team. This was a squad where people were like, what are they going to look like? What are we going to see come out from this team? And this is a dominating performance against SK.
Now remember, this combination of players have changed 3 out of the 5 from last year. They are coordinating and calculating their plays incredibly well. Starting with Baron at 20 minutes. Irrelevant, no ultimate available to him. Stepping forward, Kazi's going to be dashed away to safety. Chasey's caught at least Marcoon on the back. Cole the Meek is doing so much as Marcoon dashes over the wall. Baron secured, plus another kill. Mad Lions are in absolute control.
And it all started with that second dragon fight, right? When SK gave over that control to Mad Lions, they are putting their foot down. And Chasey, though, might have overextended that bit too far.
Well, let's find out. That's the Rift Walk. Force Pulse. Uses that Q. Backup comes in. Chasey's got himself one. Continues to hammer away. Will get taken out. 1-for-1. They deny at least one Baron buff, but 9 kills to see the communication, the approach to the gameplay, the way that Mad Lions have moved their resources around. Like, you can really see the level of teamwork and cohesion between them as the dragon secures, and they almost get Certus as well.
I mean, it's also been very clean, right?
Yes.
I mean, there are some moments where maybe in the laning phase they could have been punished, but when it gets this mid-game, they aren't overextending, they're taking it nice and calm, they're playing it the way they should, and this is what I think a lot of people were worried about for Mad Lions, is that they kind of just go, all right, let's just see what we can do here, let's all in at Mad Lions to then clean up the fight. Now they get that tower, you've still got that push that had been set up by Chase in the mid lane as well, which Exakic now has to deal with, and again, just taking it nice and slow, nobody's going that too far forward, and you're just going to be able to set up for more dragons.
Marcoon is jumped on, slice and dice, and stuck in place with that Ruthless Predator. Chasey committing the flash as well. They get the tower, they get the kill. Exakic's
the damage you can output is absurd when the rest of the team is there to help finish it out.
Does it happen again? Not just yet. Irrelevant's escaping for now. Turns it back around. Now Exakic's trying to put some damage in reply. He's got himself one, but now Yoya's turning on. Certus is taking out with the help of Kazi. Irrelevant stays alive just a few seconds longer. It's a double for Kazi, going crazy. A third is secured by Niski. A double for Niski. And Mad Lions
Just yet, so they're still chasing. I mean, once they can get in behind them here, they're good. Oh, Karzy.
Kazi's a huge
Is he
bounty.
okay?
Kazi's a huge bounty. Kazi's a huge bounty, but Niski's going to be the focus. Kasante's caught inside that gravity field. Kazi's going to escape with that flash. Niski gets dropped in place by the cease and desist, and Irrelevant stays alive. Another fantastic going golden for Niski. All out will push Yoya away. 1-2 more kills. 4 Mad Lions. A third will fall in just a moment. Marcoon taken out as well as DOS. It is an ace for the Pride, and they're pushing pushing into the base of SK.
I mean, fool me once, fool me twice. That is not going to work out for SK. Mad Lions with picking off all 5 members for a clean ace. We'll look to end this one out in style.
Fantastic performance from start to finish. Mad Lions on the hunt, and Mad Lions dominate SK Gaming. And for everyone watching at home, unfortunately the death timers on our HUD stopped working just in those last few moments of the fight. We are aware of that as we're testing some new tools. But I think for Mad Lions, again, for me, the biggest takeaway here, the way they played the game, and they're pretty easy to see understanding of coordination amongst their players, that a game plan and they work together to execute.
Yeah, and I think that was the big one, right? We saw them kind of...
In the disengage tools from Syndra, Kindred, Varus, like the tools are there. It does feel to me like you have one team that's aggressive and one team that's defensive, however.
Yeah, I think when you look towards this, like Vitality have phenomenal side lane control. The Arcane Ships can flash to try and get away, but Kaiser could be the unlucky one. They're trying to play off to the sides, but Razork's in behind.
Bot lane is the focus. Kaiser, Zenith Blade, anticipating Razork. Neon still got that flash available to him. Kaiser to 300. Neon still holding on to it. Takes a couple more autos and still
so won't actually mount to too much. Razork though, great job avoiding the ward.
Did he hop over? There we go. Spots and one out now. At least there'll be some information. Perks of course he doesn't know. Rux is there. Caught out by the scat of the week. Room prison as well as the taxi. Rux knocks up one. Razork gets the kill. Fnatic are on the board. Both steps forward and only level 4. Smoke screen into the Zenith Blade. There's so much damage on Razork. Needs to get past the bodies and Photon arrives. He teleports to the fray. That's another kill for Vitality. Humanoids once again in the lane and stepping forward, trying to use those Dark Spheres. 2-1. It's a 600 gold lead, and we've got a bloodbath. At the top, Humanoid scatters the weak and doesn't find a target. Photon and Bo, they are now backing out. They're going to pick up the honey fruit. We got a 4-on-4.
So tense. Everyone is just setting up. They really want to find that fight, but no one wanted to commit to the angle. Razork does though.
That's going to be the Shield of Daybreak. That's going to stop down Razork. Knocked up into the air from Rux. Humanoid with Scatter the Weak. It's flashed away from Kaiser. Stays alive. Collateral damage finds no kills. Photon doesn't find a stun. Razork is going to be hopping and skipping forward, but the damage is huge from Perks. The body slam from Wonder still kills nobody. The re-engage. Photon gets one. He's taken out by Humanoid, and now on the retreat. Wonder is low. There's not enough damage to follow. They get out.
The Reckless can work together to set up Fnatic for success.
Talking briefly about that pick, the on-hit Varus into Jax, Graves, Rise. Do you prefer that to poke? Do you see that being more, like, do you know that dragon in their back pocket already? The next one spawns in 10 minutes, 1 minute time, so that can be played into their favor. Razork is going to use that blast cone to get over the Dragon Pit wall. Teleport being channeled into the middle lane as Perks arrives. Realm Warp is up and Humanoid forced to flash. Caught out, Solar Flare locked down, everything thrown at him, and kill secured by Bo.
That was sick. Really well played by Perks. Manages to get the kill on tours. Humanoid?
I wonder how, I wonder why. Photon hit me head and made him die. Wonder's in trouble. Throws out the slow leap strike and the tower will take him down. Body slam out and Photon gets the solo kill. 3-1.
That is.
This dragon is not stolen. That Fnatic may have another like a late gamer tool to play with.
Yeah, I think this is where we're starting to look at, okay, where are the big menace in these side lanes? The problem though is that Fnatic are winning quite a lot on this bottom side and kind of through the mid lane where they're keeping up this pressure.
Yeah, but they're going to apply that pressure top through that advantage you just talked about, Dagda. Rux and Reckless looking to jump onto Perks. He locks down Razork for now, and Reckless secures the kill with that piercing arrow. That's the third secured. This will open up a tower, and Fnatic are going to be in control of the Rift if they can secure this objective.
And I love how Fnatic are playing this. Like, look at the amount of red wards that are on this top side. They've been so good at getting vision set up. Rise now can try and make plays towards his mid lane. Photon needs to escape though.
All right, Dark Sphere used, lots of side steps, ward into the hop, another side step, Counter-Strike buying some time, Grandmaster's Might, and then it is just a matter of time. Kill secured by Humanoid, 5-4. Razork gets himself another stack. That's the 5th of the game. Another tower full is attempting to back up and shadow Perks. Smoke screen is thrown out. The tower will be secured. So 3 towers apiece in the river. Fnatic making their way forward. Rux has got the ability to throw down the quickness. Stepping forward. Bow collateral damages backwards. Knocked up into the air. The explosive cast revenge comes out. Perks is not going to be able to channel the realm warp. It's a double kill for Wonder. And Fnatic take the kill lead.
Vitality spread themselves too thin. You've got pretty much immediately by Razork and setting up Fnatic for a great start to the season.
21 minutes. Making sure they've got some sort of vision control. Don't allow either team to try sneak it because there's a lot of damage and the ability to burn it down. Quick, the engage comes out once again. It's Razork over the wall. It's Rux with the knockup, and it is Razork with another. Perks taken down for the 4th time. Solar Flare from Kaiser buys time for the escape. While that's going on, mid and bot is being pushed all the way into Fnatic's space, and Fnatic start Baron.
I mean, they have to pull the TP out of Photon. They know he'll go for the base if they keep going. So now, he's out of there, both done!
They did it! Absolutely fantastic from Wonder. The flash engage and the cause. The bottom lane tower does look like it's going to survive. Fnatic take the Baron. I did want to ask us prior to the Baron, took a little bit of time to set up. Spam in chat, FNC or VIT. It is 50 seconds until that dragon spawns. Teleports coming in from behind. Photon's looking for the flank, Dagda, but it's not going to matter. There's already a kill. Fnatic have taken down Neon. Photon cannot get over the wall, and Humanoid buys time, goes golden. It's bow blown up. Now Perk's running for his life. The Lamb's respite keeps Fnatic alive, and Photon cannot do much. Hops all the way forward, gets Razork if he's taken down himself.
I mean, that's Razork out of there, so Fnatic have the dragon up and available, but no.
And now obviously Mountain Soul to back it up. Phenomenal game thus far. And frankly, it's been great from both sides, but it's been Fnatic landing more punches.
And that's the thing, it feels Vitality.
And keep in mind, just very briefly, that Fnatic have got 3 very tough games this week now, setting up on this Baron. All right, teleport is available for Perks. He's level 17. Photon 16, makes his way to the river. This Baron is secured, no doubt about it. Bo too late to the party. He's also down 2 levels. For the time being, Razork on 16, got that 3rd tier on Lamb's respite, the engage on multiple fronts. Kaiser's already down, traded for Rux. Razork throws out the ulti, keeps himself alive, looking for the heal, and Humanoid unleashes the spirit but won't find the kill. Razork's not doing it, they chase to fall. Fnatic with 2 splits, but can they close it out? Razork gets taken out, Bo gets himself 1. Baron is secured though, keep that in mind, as Reckless drops 2. Vitality find themselves 4 kills. How much can they get from this? They're teleporting bottom, Dagda.
The Photon's going to try and crack open the base. Perks is keeping 1. They're at bay. Won't be able to find the kill, but I mean, they're just going for the bot side. That was the miracle play.
No way.
That was it.
Dagda, can they finish? There's no way they can finish. Minion
Stop the board.
is trying to move forward. They're down. No. Wonder's been able to recall. He can clear some of this.
It's an AP Gragas. He can clear out the wave as long as he's able to keep them off. The ultimate is going to be up soon. Vitality won't be able to finish. Perks couldn't stop the back.
They're going to go again. They're going to go again. Perks starts to channel the realm warp. He jumps in behind. Wonder steps forward. The body slam finds no one. Chain of corruption slowly starting to spread. Wonder's being focused and forced down. It's a 5 versus 4. The solar flare is sidestepped. No CC lands. Reckless cut off from the rest of Fnatic. 30 seconds until the Elder Dragon. Photon finds the stun. Humanoid sidesteps. No flash available to him. Rux running for his life as the collateral damage chips away at the hit points. Neon, Arcane shifts forward, looking for Mystic Shot. After Mystic Shot, Razork flashes for his life. It's Humanoid that gets another, but look at the AoE. Vitality are in control of the fight. Reckless cannot fire a single shot. He cannot find the kills, and Vitality, they're pushing down the bottom lane.
How are Vitality alive? They have no right to be back in this game, but 1 fight against Fnatic, and they are going for the end. They say screw the dragon. They want to finish this.
10 seconds before Wonder's up. He's got the ult available to him. That minion wave needs to be cleared very quickly. Reckless cannot afford to go down. The minions are now being channeled. Tower number 1 starting to fall. The bounty is still up and available. Solar flares up in just a few seconds for Kaiser. Here comes Wonder, waiting for the explosive cast. The body slam forward. Cast goes sideways. Super minion still pouring forward. Wonder, take it down. Reckless is next. Vitality have done it. Vitality have punished and destroyed Fnatic's necklace. Oh, what was that ending?
I take it back. Oh, Vitality outplaying the team fights from Fnatic and bringing that game back from the brink. I mean, that was incredible. I mean, Happy New Year to the lads, I suppose, because holy moly, that's one way to start things off.
What a fantastic game. Fnatic play Vitality, G2, and Koi. That was one of the most exciting games of the day. The back and forth, the approach to the game, the individual plays, that single team fight. Oh!
It was played so well. I mean, Kaiser going for it, getting the stop, or getting the